Oh, it's Rick Taylor.
You now tuned in with Mike Regal, the biggest in the game, man. We here to drop some game all day. Shout out the Rap Draft. Let's do it. Faux love.
All right, yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick Taylor back with another episode of the Rap Draft, and I got my dog Mike Regal here with me, man. What's going on with you, man?
What's going on, baby?
Nothing much, man. Here on the Rap Draft, we like to interview artists of all kind. Whether you're a rapper, producer, actor, whatever art you do, this is the platform for you.
Right.
And basically, we like to let the fans know more about you and like what you do, and a little bit of background on your life. So, with that being said, my first question for you is, where was you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Now,
on the north side.
Okay, I was just past that.
You already know. 44th and Chambers, man, right there. Right off Burleigh.
Okay, now growing up in Milwaukee on 44th and Chambers, like what was life like growing up for you?
Man, it was a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? It was fun, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely dangerous, you know what I mean? But beautiful, insightful, cultural, a little bit of all of that, you know what I'm saying? Like most things you see in a movie, you know, we all went through it. You know what I'm saying? We all see these movies and be like, man, I went through that, or we know somebody. It's real. You know what I'm saying?
I think, you know, like growing up in Milwaukee can pretty much make you tough, right? You can make it here, you can make it anywhere. You know
anywhere, bro, yeah, because what we can make out of so little here, you know what I'm saying? When we go somewhere where it's plentiful, as you see, we go and blossom all the time. Like, we got our own style, the way we talk, everything. We stand out, you know what I'm saying, always.
Yeah, we unique.
Yeah, for real.
Now, I also see that you moved to Vegas. Like, how long you been in Vegas, and what made you move to Vegas?
I've been in Vegas going on 6 years now, but originally what took me out there was an opportunity with a virtual reality team. I had did some voiceovers for a little video game they made, and they ended up pitching that to an angel investor. Angel investor invested in the project. They took money, bought a house, and then they came to me and was like, you know, did I want to come out there and help them work on the company and all that, because I pretty much helped them get it. So I looked at it as like I can be in LA and all these other places I've never been, see what happens. I'm closer to the real industry, so I made that move, had the opportunity.
Man, that's dope, bro. Congratulations to that, bro. Like, for sure. Just moving from Milwaukee, like, you know, city period is kind of hard. Like, starting over and you don't know nobody. So like, what was that like? Like, I understand, like, you know, did you know people down there besides them, or?
Absolutely not. And to be honest, besides the homie Sean Smart, who pulled me in, and I had only known Sean maybe like 4 years at that time. I knew all of them like when I met them to do the project. So really wasn't familiar with them, and being out there completely alone like that it was a little scary. I got homesick ASAP, no lie. I was ready to come back.
Yeah, I can imagine, but like, you know what I'm saying? You did a good job by, like, you know, sticking it through. Yeah. Staying there and just, you know, holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Well, salute to you for that.
Got to appreciate it.
For sure. Now for the people who want to know, like, who is Mike Regal?
Mike Regal is real, cunning, intelligent. You know, I feel weird talking about myself like this, but just, man, one of the most transparent, but at the same time, you know, deep people that you can meet, you know, deep person that you can meet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of elements to me. I'm very open. I deal with a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, and just never expect the expected with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just open, you know what I'm saying? Real. Like I said, I come from the streets like we all do. Well, not all of us, but some of us do. But it may not just read on me like that, you know what I'm saying, with the type of people I talk to and sometimes deal with and stuff like that. Like, it's really a person that's outgoing and looking at life as half full always.
I definitely see that, like, when I met you, man. Like, you just always been a laid back dude, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and like, always kept your word. You know what I'm saying? You just been yourself, bro. I never seen you try to act like nobody else.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all I know how. I'm kind of a introvert, extrovert mixture. You know what I'm saying? I'm real low key, but at the same time, I understand that, the network is what get everything flowing. So, doing what you don't want to do is going to get you what you want always, so got to make some progress.
That's a fact. Now, what or who inspired you to get into producing?
Producing, man, that would be my brother. His name Darius. I know him since the first grade. He was always a rapper, and I would just beat on the tables a lot. You know what I'm saying? And we used to record on a little tape recorder like that, making little albums and stuff. And it just went from that to me doing it at school for everybody. I go at the lunch table, freestyles. One of my teachers got a little irritated and told me he was tired of me doing it in his class, so he kind of put me on the loops. And it was just kind of something I didn't know I was into, but once I got that, I was like, oh, this is me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Became a passion quickly.
Now, let me ask you this. How long did it take you to become, that dope-ass producer that you is? How long did it take you to get your formula and get good at it?
I think I'm still building, but to get really where I was confident walking in the room, I said it took me about 7 years, 5 to 7 years. Yeah. Wow,
that's dope, bro. That's crazy because a lot of people think that, this stuff happens overnight.
Not at all, man. I may think differently about earlier stuff, but for me, just thinking where I was like, I can make an album with somebody. It took me about that long. You know what I'm saying?
Now let me ask you, did you feel some kind of way, because back then when you started, it really wasn't too many YouTube videos to teach you how to make beats. Do you feel like the people today got a cheat code and looking at what that process is like?
Yeah, definitely, man. I look at it like you could be 12 years old and learn how to play full chords and all that type of stuff where you had to be around somebody that knew that before, so it's a cheat code for real. I use it too, so they do definitely have a leg up with that. But if you ain't got, I've always noticed that if you don't have a real passion for it, it really won't move nowhere past you just having the knowledge of how to do it. In order to be special, you got to really have this love for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely way more advantages right now if you want to start becoming a producer today. It's way easier to me.
Yeah, man. Cause I'm man, today's era, man, they just don't know how lucky they is. And stuff.
Yeah.
This is one of the greatest times. You can learn anything from YouTube and Google.
Anything, bro. How to change oil, change a CD player in your car, bro. How to fix an oven.
Yeah, all that. You literally do not have to go to college. You can just go to YouTube University.
YouTube, you know what I'm saying? University, man, and it's free 99. Can't beat it.
Yep, versus them thousands, them G's, yeah.
We got to stay on it before they decide to monetize it.
Yeah, you already know. Now, how could an artist go by getting a beat from Mike Regal? What's that process like?
I used to post a lot of beats publicly on the SoundCloud playlist and kind of promote it like that. I've been moving lately more towards the personal workspace with individually working with artists more. So always can just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Really just hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, email. I'm always on the job around the clock, so it's and I'm always looking for talent. I don't really judge nobody as far as skill level or anything because I wasn't perfect when I started. You know what I'm saying? So it's also music is so subjective. Nothing is really trash because somebody can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hears something differently than we all do. So
it's good that you say that because I've seen 21 Savage before say something in an interview how can you judge somebody's art? How can you tell? He said, no, that ain't what he said. He said, how can you tell somebody how to make art? How can you tell them it's their art? It might not be for you, but it's for somebody else.
Right, bro.
That's just deep.
Basquiat didn't draw with straight lines, neither did Picasso. You know what I'm saying? And they revered as some of the greatest artists of all time, and wasn't no straight lines in their pictures. You know what I mean? That's one of the first things you learn in a drawing is drawing a straight line. It's the first step. Neither one of them did that.
Yeah, but I think this is the era, not to cut you off.
No, you good.
I think this is the era to really do what you want to do, be who you want to be, and don't really care about what nobody say. You don't have to like chase a sound, because like back then, like you had to like have this type of sound in order to get a deal. Now you don't have to get a deal. You can be independent and creating your own sound. Now they're looking for you.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it is, bro.
Mm-hmm. Now, how does it feel for you, like when you hear a dope verse or a dope song on your beat? Like,
it's indescribable, man. It's like, it's what I do it for. You know, I know it's a little cliche, but it's like, it feels better than anything, man. Just seeing how I had a vision and then somebody take it and go somewhere completely different with it that I didn't even see coming in. We just make a masterpiece coming together. It's like when you make that canvas and then you see an artist draw what they draw, you never knew what anybody was gonna do with that. You know,
right.
It's magic for real, bro. It's crazy.
I can imagine that feeling like, damn, I made this beat and they killed me.
Right, bro. And even it's inspiring knowing that you could motivate somebody to come up with something like that. You know what I'm saying? Off of what you was just working on. Like starting from nothing and turning into everything.
Because I used to be on your page just listening to beats like, damn, this dude got a vibe.
Yeah.
Like, it was different. At the time, it was different from different producers here. There was a lot of traps. Everybody was trying to go for that trap sound.
Yeah.
But you kept it nostalgic to what you wanted to do and what you liked with the boom bap hip hop, or you did a little trap, but you mixed it with your own style, and that was dope.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, man.
That's why I call the style 2090s, because it's like the 90s is the biggest inspiration for me. Like, that's what made me, like those rappers from that era made me want to be a rapper, like watching them as a kid, you know what I'm saying? And what we got now, I can't help but be influenced by that. You know, it's our time now and what we listening to, so putting them worlds together.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a fact. The 90s was definitely dope.
Man.
And I'm glad you brought up rappers, because I was going to ask you, who was your top 5?
In like
rap, period.
Man. Jay, for sure. Jay-Z. Ye. Pac. Biggie. Kendrick.
That's a dope 5 right there.
Drake is my man. He like 5A. Cole is like 5B. Like, you know, I got some other ones, but those 5 right there, I just feel like they just got some of the most undeniable pieces of like work.
Right.
And just their track record speak for itself. Just also what they did for people outside of music, just them being them, how they influenced so many generations beyond them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what gives that. And Kendrick, we haven't even seen the full extent of it yet, but
not even.
It's young kids right now really being inspired by him and going back on what we saw him do when he came out and influencing them to become that next head on the Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? You know,
his music just grow. Like, he's growing. Like, from that kid from Compton that was like, you could tell he was getting out of that element.
Yeah.
He was still in the element, but now
he a mastermind, bro. I don't even know how to put it besides that, bro. Kendrick really crazy, bro. Like,
yeah. You know who else, like, I feel like here who had that, like, he could have been that, or he was that for the city.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you still have it, but you had a close relationship with him. And I want to talk about him, Reggie Bonds.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what was that like? How did y'all click up, and what was that experience like working with Reggie?
I actually saw Reggie at the Art for Lovers Gallery, if you remember that. I was going there to see a show, and it was right around the time I had just met Cool Tay. And I started working with him. So me and him had a joint. I went to see the show, and I saw Reggie performing a freestyle. I can't remember what beat it was. It was an instrumental, but he was performing a freestyle. He up there with the whole hood with him, you know what I mean? But they doing what they do, and then when Reggie grabbed that mic and he just started rapping, I was like, man, who is this rapping like this? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I stepped to him afterwards. We exchanged information. That next day, I made a beat. That night actually, I made a beat. I sent it to him in the morning the next day before I went to work. And then I hit him up and was like, yo, I sent you a beat. I think I could hear me and you working on something with this. And then I sent it to him, and he called me in the middle of the day at work. He was like, yo, you make this beat, bloody? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. He was like, bro, I'm trying to come get some shit. You got more shit like this over there at the crib? I'm like, yeah. So it's nothing. Came to my crib that night, and it was history, man. We worked on that track, and then did like 4 or 5 other ones like that night. Like he just came and got a slew of beats from me, and we just started working.
Yeah, bro, and that was dope to see y'all working together, bro. Cause like y'all was pushing a different sound. Like y'all like really made it like cool to rap again.
Yeah.
Like, and then after y'all, it's just like a whole bunch of artists just start coming. Like, okay, the East Side rappers, the backpack rappers, because at the time everybody was really trying to do the trap stuff or make the club hits and all that, but y'all kept it authentic and just rap off of which how y'all grew up on, like the music y'all grew up on.
Yeah.
And it was dope, bro. Like, do you still work with him to this day?
Yep. Yeah. I actually just kind of got back reconnected on the level we used to, because he living down in Arizona right now, and just, you know, both of us being grown and moving, we just don't have the time to talk as much as we used to. But recently just been back talking and exchanging records and all that, and getting back working on shit.
Man, that's dope, man. Hopefully we can expect something from y'all, man.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, that's my brother for life right there, man. Me and him make magic, you know, as you know. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I also see that you started rapping. And, like, I wanted to ask you, what was the inspiration behind that?
Honestly, having nobody to produce for. Everybody I had really started to grow closely with, like as a producer rapper, they all ended up finding different things that they was into and didn't really be as passionate about like being in front of the microphone. So I just started, like I was always rapping, but I didn't, you know, take it serious. But then when I got to that point where I was kind of like, damn, I don't really got nobody to rap on stuff, I just started working on albums and making stuff, and it just started to get traction. People around me was just like, yo, Mike, this crazy, like it sound good, bro. And I'm just like, nah, I don't know. But they convinced me to keep going, and shit just started happening when I kept going. So, and then became passionate about it shortly after I started to say, like, you know, I'm gonna start doing albums now, putting them out. Yeah.
And that's definitely dope, bro, because the music is definitely dope, bro. Like, you definitely got a pen.
Yeah, appreciate
and like,
that.
For sure. And I always wonder, like, damn, to be a producer and a rapper is crazy.
It's
like,
hard, yeah.
When you making beats, I'm pretty sure you be like, damn, I don't know if I want to do this. So I'm already know it's probably them times. Like,
you don't understand, man. So many times, it's so many beats I done gave away to artists, especially Reggie, AR, all them bull. I done gave them beats and been like, oh, I should have kept that. Like, just seeing what they did with, that's how much I liked the final product. I was like, man, now I want a piece of that joint. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I can't really deny what I hear when I hear other people on stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I always know it's for the sake of the betterment of the music. I know I don't sound good on everything.
Yeah, but you still got a hand in it though. So
yeah, you're right. So. But some beats,
yeah,
I do be having to do that. You know what I'm saying? Scoot it off to the side. You know what I'm saying? I do have some joints here, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Now let me ask you your opinion about like the Milwaukee music scene. Like, where do you see it now? Where do you see it going versus where it was? Like, what's your take on that?
I see now a lot of diversity, like a lot of different styles, a lot of people more open with being different. You know, like you were saying earlier, it was like it's always been linear, like one way. Now I see it just like it's so hard to keep up with it because everybody doing something different, but it's all making music and creating. And I see the industry coming here, like it's really starting to build, like even people like you know what I'm saying, you building this platform with Rap Draft, it's like that, and people wanting to start labels because we learning about how to be artists and upload our own shit, and you know what I'm saying, all that. So it's like the industry is building. This is like the first stages. We don't know it, but it's like New York in 78, 79, when things was coming together. And then in the 80s, it just turned into rap out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I feel like it's at. It took a long time to get to that, but with how much information we can get now, it's at that point. I feel like it's gonna take a little more time, but we getting there. And we got some cats from the city in the major leagues right now, for real.
That's a fact, bro. And you is right, bro. It's so many different styles. Like, it's just beautiful to see, bro.
It is.
Like, and we really like on our way. Like, we had Lakia, and I feel like it's more to come too. Like, we all just gotta stay consistent and just like stay out the way, bro.
For real.
That's all, bro.
We gotta stay away from that nonsense in the city. It's too much of that.
Yeah. Now, what's next from you? Like, what could we be expecting from Mike Regal?
I got a new album coming out. I ain't gonna say the name yet, but it's coming out this year for sure, very soon. And to me, it's my best body of work. You know, every artist gonna say that about their new bodies, but what I put into it, the thought process, the concept, I'm just real eager for people to hear this more than anything else I ever put out. And took my time, really perfecting it, crafting it, and making sure I'm presenting it the right way and not just throwing it out. You know what I'm saying? So I got the album coming. I got some big placements and big artists I've been working with, and I'm looking forward to things coming out with. And just big things, man. It's up. You know what I'm saying? Just really improving it, moving forward. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a blessing, bro. Congratulations to what you got going on, bro.
Appreciate that.
For sure, because you came a long way, bro. And like to see where you came from, bro. You came from where I came from. Is like to see you growing and moving and get out the state and go, you know, move your music and push your talents, bro. That's dope, bro.
Yeah, for real.
That is really dope. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. It's tough, man. But I got to do it for the foe, man. Like, because we don't have that industry here. We got to move around. Mm-hmm. Got to move around.
Most definitely do. Now, my final question for you is, since you've been doing music and you've been around for some time, mm-hmm. what will be your advice to like up-and-coming producers and artists?
Be you and never think about what anybody think. Like, if you looking at the way that you doing stuff and being like, man, I can't find nobody that do stuff the way I do, so I don't know if people gonna like this. That's the beauty of it. You know, that's something I wish somebody would have told me a lot earlier, that like when I was looking at certain things I did and being like, man, I can't find a reference in nobody that, you know, tweak samples the way I do them or put them at this type of tempo. And then it made me think like people won't understand it because it's so unfamiliar. But that's really the beauty in it. You know what I'm saying? That's the uniqueness every artist has. Like, and just to run with that. Like whatever you feeling, whoever you feel like you are as an artist, be that. You know what I'm saying? If you come from the gutter and you want to make punk rock, make it. The homies in the hood might not understand it right now, but when they see that vision come tenfold, they're gonna be like, oh, you know, like, damn. Mm-hmm. And they gonna always know that's bro. You know what I'm saying? Just being an artist is formless, man. Like, just be whatever you feeling. Like, and that's what's gonna make the best art. Not what you think is. It's what you really was feeling. It's gonna be the best stuff every time.
Yep, and I think that's some good advice, bro, because a lot of people like don't really do what they really want to do, bro. Genuinely, like right. Everybody was either chasing a sound or trying to sign the next man. And what you said is like, it's dope, bro, because it's creativity. Like it might, if you having doubts about it, that means it's a good thing.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the same shit everybody doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's something new. So they gonna either love it or they gonna hate it. They might not understand it. Like you said, they might gravitate to it later, but they're gonna be like, I did that.
Because what we gotta know as artists is somebody like it. You know what I mean? Somebody like it. We just gotta find it.
Yep, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Sure, man. Man, well, I appreciate you for sitting down with me, bro. And like I said, bro, congratulations, bro.
Man, appreciate you, bro, man. It's an honor to be on the platform, man. You had a lot of greats on here, man, and got a lot more to come. I'm glad to be a part of the list, man.
I appreciate it, because you could be anywhere else right now, but you're here with me on the Rap Drive answering these questions, bro, and I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man. It's one of the best ones I did, too, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I wish you the best luck on your journey, bro, and like I said, congratulations on what you accomplished. Keep going, bro. You're looking healthy. You're swole. You can tell life is good, man.
I'm trying, man. Yeah. I'm trying, man. Appreciate you, bro. You looking good, too, man. Getting it in. I see you, man. Got this lens going crazy. Keep at it, bro.
Man, for sure.
And you always been multi-talented. You know what I'm saying? I never just seen you stick one thing. You know, you was doing the music, then you was doing full-blown sketches. You know what I'm saying? Like writing scripts, and you had me waiting on stuff like, okay, when the next album? You know what I'm saying? So keep at it, bro. That's what we gotta do. We gotta show them that glow that we got coming from here, man.
For sure,
They
bro.
don't know. But, you know, we gonna let them know, man.
For sure.
Definitely.
Well, for sure, man. Well, appreciate you, man. Much love to you, bro.
Likewise, same to you, brother. Shout out to Rap Drive. Shout out to Copyright Magazine, the biggest magazine on the scene. You already know.